Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Boilermakers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Hawkeyes offense will start this game off with the football. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Hawkeyes will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So Purdue's offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back has it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
The Boilermakers will line it up on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Breaks it. Here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Boilermakers look to keep this drive humming. Offense changing the play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Snagged out of the air. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Boilermakers are threatening in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting, stud in the secondary, 5-star defensive back, gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll keep it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They marched the ball 51 yards for the score. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's 4th. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Gives it on the option. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
From the gun, give on the inside.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Intercepted.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Boilermakers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on a hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the 1st and 2nd quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the 2nd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletion.
There he goes! And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. To the well. They They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the time.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over Louisville. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take a minute and look big picture at Purdue. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out of the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Boilermakers are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Boilermakers will have it 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason, because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
The Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated, because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Boilermakers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll go to the ground. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to get it through the air, using the quick game. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good position.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
One more snap coming before halftime. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Wants to adjust the pattern. From the gun. Punts it out of the air. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Iowa City. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Play of this drive will come from their own 23. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. On target over the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Purdue! Once he got some room, it was over. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, we know this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Hawkeye! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Bruce, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Iowa!
And they come up with with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game. We've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense. And they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the right. He works his way in 9 and picks up a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have
nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the grab. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. The lead now trimmed to 28-24. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Pittsburgh is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in the Steel City. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Stanford. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard.
coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Gets it out quickly. Knocked off his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the knee on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Fernandez. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Made a defender miss. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on 1st down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Oh, he makes the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Boilermakers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fighting off the defender. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boilermakers! That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get 1st downs and hopefully move the football.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Rushes on him. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And now my mindset has to completely change. Listen, we needed points. That's over. Like, plenty of time left, over 3 minutes on the clock. I got to get me a stop, and I got to get that football back so my offense can score some points.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Motion from the wide receiver. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ford. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They're working that left side. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
Here's the deal. You're down with 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
They just keep firing. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Hawkeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Finding open areas. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the 4th quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Fernandez. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Direct snap. It's Fernandez. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Quick strike complete. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.